Hello people, what's going on? Good evening, almost evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Actually it's supposed to be afternoon, but since it's winter, it's going to be a shorter day. The sun is setting down from that side. And hold on. Sorry guys, I went to check something because the workers are working. The building is being repainted because during the construction, everything, like the building outside, the paint and everything went a little bit dirty. So since we have new tenants, so we are repainting the building. So you might hear some sounds. They are just talking because they have to give instruction. Okay, so do apologize. So as I was saying, it's a winter day and I'm taking opportunity as much as possible. Last day of November, and I have finished doing 2 reviews. I will upload them together. I just had coffee and all that. So nice little, almost breezy day. I was sweating a little bit. Now it's getting pleasant. Sun will set very soon. So today's topic, what should we talk about? First of all, thank you so much for always tuning in and supporting my channel and watching my videos and leaving comments. I'm trying sometimes when I'm free. I try to respond to you, get back to your comments. Sometimes some comments I don't reply. Some comments are just so obvious, some unhappy people. And it's just normal. Not everybody is going to be same. The reactions cannot be always same. It cannot be always positive, right? Sometimes there's going to be criticism. Sometimes there's going to be hate. So I try to stay within positivity because life is too short to live in negativity and unhappiness. These two things I don't believe in. Obviously cannot always be happy, or can sometimes be sad, sometimes depressing time like I'm passing right now, end of the month, a little bit of a financial crisis, a little bit of other things, so I'll share a few things with you. This is my channel, so I do share. If you feel like watching, you can watch. If you want to decline or deny, you can do that, no problem. I don't mind at all. This is your choice, your time. So I hope at least my friends' reviews are helpful to you and you guys are benefited from the reviews that I do. And if you trust on me or trust my nose and everything, I really feel honored. Thank you so much for that. So I have 3 things to discuss, I guess, today. First of all, life update. My health is better than before. This is seasonal flu that's happening during transition from summer to fall and winter. A lot of these flus fly in Bangladesh. So people get sick. My whole family is down still. My mom is still having cold. My dad has that. But I had this serious issue, like I have sinus problems. I had only one day, one cold Mirinda, and it sort of like had this blocked here. So the system, those who suffer from cold and sinus, they know how painful it is. So I have multiple health issues. This is one of them. But this year I'm trying not to smoke, trying not to drink cold stuff anymore. And with the medication, rest, good food, home cooked food, feeling much better. My nose is open. That's the most important thing. For a fragrance reviewer, if your nose is blocked, you cannot smell anything. So you cannot do a review based on guesses, right? You cannot tell what you're smelling. So thankfully, by the mercy of God, I'm feeling better. So this point, I just remember one thing. There are a lot of people, they follow me. I understand that different sentiments, they are not from all the same cultural background or religious background. And I understand that sometimes maybe a tone can be wrong. Like if you do not know me, if you're new, people can be offended easily if you misunderstand or if you feel my faith or my words are kind of like clashing with yours, so you might get upset. So a few days back, like this thing, a simple thing, let me tell you, like someone said you should not say thank God, you should say thanks to Allah. And I understand this is like a proper way of saying in Islam. So I'm a Muslim, so it is our God. Your God may be Jesus Christ in Christianity, and then like in Hindu religion they have your different gods. So one thing for me, when you're speaking in English, right, sometimes there are words that you can use when you see eating. Like say I'm speaking English, I'm not speaking Arabic like haluka, so I'm doing in English. Means what? These guys are so loud. So I'm saying that when I'm speaking English, I'm trying to be a universal language so everybody understand. Let's say some part of the world may not understand. When I say God, I don't mean their God, I mean my God, right? Thank God means my God. I have my faith. So I think it's a very sweet gesture that you respect everybody's opinion. Let's say worst case scenario, let's say I didn't believe in God or something. I'm like believe in nothing, right? Believer in nothing. I respect people who believes in nothing or who don't believe in God and everything. I respect everybody the same unless someone insult or attack someone personally for their values. I don't do that. I don't respect it. Okay, let's say you believe in LGBT and whatever, it's your belief, man. I am a straight guy, doesn't mean that everybody has to be straight, right? So it's like respect brings respect. Okay, like if you want to get respect from others, if you don't even want to get, It's good to respect others' faith. Okay, so for me, when I say thank God, I don't mean someone else's God. I'm not trying to like emphasis on God or anything. It's just like a simple statement. So it's better if we take things easy. Okay, try to think positive first. Okay, one thing. Second thing, I really feel you should always be thankful. It don't have to be God or anything. You can be thankful in general if you are in good health. Without good health, you cannot be in good mind. Let's say I lost 7 days of evening walk. I do usually like 7,000 steps to 10,000 steps to stay better. In this time, I got so upset. I just take medication and they get me very drowsy. And in the middle, I'm working, and then I'm having some issues. So in the middle of all that, I felt very, how to say, frustrated. I could not stay in like discipline. Like I have a whole routine. I wake up, I do my vitamins, lemon water, coffee, water, breakfast, all that. But when you miss out, you keep sleeping day and night, your every system gets messed up. That really got me realize one thing, that what's important. I cannot be always have good health. You have to ensure that you are having good health. Some disciplines will help you. Like in winter, better if you wear a mask, or you take warm beverages, room temperature, and do not smoke, stuff like that. Do not take so much ice. So in that way you can feel better. So I started walking again, like last 3 days, now 4th day. Today I'm going to walk as well. Make sure you have a good discipline. No matter what happens in your life, even if you're upset, you're going to feel like leaving, like all these things. Push yourself. Like, let's say this is my discipline, this is what my body needs, like to be okay. This is what's going to happen if you let yourself fall. Okay, sometimes people fall in love, fall just in general, and I try to stay positive. So not everybody appreciates it. A few days back, one guy says, Joy, I'm going to say this one time, you're going to need therapy. I'm like, why? I was like, I'm happy, like I don't, if someone feels like I'm violent or I'm harming someone, that's a different story. But if I'm feeling like, self-destructive, yeah, but I don't see anything. Of course, I wouldn't see anything wrong with me, because that's how people who are affected, they feel like I'm good, I'm great, I'm perfect. But I'm a big fan of myself. Like Kareena Kapoor says, jab we met, like she is like her biggest fan, right? So there's this movie, I'll miss those films. I like myself. You have to like yourself, like in general. It's not a very complicated life or complicated thing. You have to be very mindful of one thing. If you don't love yourself, nobody will. If you don't respect yourself, nobody will. If you don't care for yourself, you're always selfless. If you give, and people think like, oh, this is easy money, this is like a foolish cow I can always milk, they will just use you, and you will always end up being used and heartbroken, and people will leave you. So unfortunately, I told someone recent times, this is a sad thing. If you want to be loved, don't show love. You have to always be playing that game. It sounds so bad, playing the game. It's like playing the games. No, I don't mean it that way, that you have to play games or manipulate people, but you have to be a little bit tough. You cannot give up or give in, like your heart, who you are inside, how you feel. Moment some people get to know, that how you feel, that you are weak for them, you fell for them, you like them, they will think that not the good things about you. They will think that, oh, let's keep this doggy here, and then let me just have few other my leisure time. And in the end, you'll see, if you're a good guy, if you're just a giver, you'll end up receiving nothing, because you always felt like, let me just give constantly, let me just be loving and trusting someone 100% without any sort of proof. You might regret sometimes. Okay, give people enough time to call them a friend or a lover or family, whatever, because some people don't deserve it. Some people are so immature, selfish, because that's how the majority of world nowadays. I see Gen Zs, I see in general people, most people are not steady, and they don't know what they want in life, so they mess their own life up, and they mess others because they are confused, right? So there is no confusion about one thing, that you have to take care of yourself. I keep saying it, self-care. It's not self-obsession, self-care. It's important, because when you're okay, you can function with or without people, company, friends, whatnot, or fans. You can be absolutely okay. If you have good people, great, good bonus. You can go out, have dinner, you can have sushi, you can go out, boys night, everything. But even if you don't, so what? It's not end of the story, it's not end of life. So this is what I keep not preaching only, I just keep saying that I'm believer in good things, happiness, simplicity. These are the ways you're gonna be okay. If you keep lying to yourself, keep lying to others, like, hey, if people ask you, are you okay? You okay? And you just tell them, yeah, great, you smile. but you're not good, you're dying inside, right? You are in pain. You need to share those pain. Some people just my god, hold on. Yeah, sorry, I cannot do anything about the noise because they are actually pulling up the, you know, the strings, whatever they use to climb down the building. So they have to communicate with people downstairs. So yeah, they are kind of have to scream and all that. So Bangladesh is kind of like this. It's not the most advanced country. But I was saying that, you know, if you, where was I? This is the problem with taking a break. Okay, so let's say I was saying this part, I guess, that when you are okay, you know, like you don't need other people, but if you have, it's a good compliment, it's a good thing to have. And it is obviously better if you socialize. So yes, you have to tell people that, man, this is what's bothering me. Sometimes, you know, if it's just sharing a little bit with someone, if someone just listens, you know, just pair of ears, you feel so much better because you just vent it out. Because otherwise the weight inside, it piles up like gas, you know, so it's bad. It's a gas is bad feeling, right? You feel pressure at heart and stuff and other organs. But when you release it, you feel, oh, you know, you can breathe again, you feel okay again, right? So I think some people go so deep in extreme to the point that they just shut down. They don't want to talk to anybody. It's like they just smile when they say, people ask them, are you okay? You see that quiet guy or the girl, right? Nobody cares, and they know that nobody cares. Everybody's fake. So in this fake world, there are still ways to protect yourself. And I really feel, because I live 44 years, you know, I don't know how long I'm gonna live, but whatever I learned, I'm telling you, we are not perfect. We are humans. We're going to be full of mistakes, faults, good sides, bad sides, sometimes a lot of goods, a lot of bads. But nowadays the biggest crime is we expect people to be perfect when we are far from perfection. This is the thing I really want to talk about today, because, you know, we always judge people very quickly. Man, that person, you know, she did this, she cheated. You never ask why she cheated, why she did hurt you, why that person, you know, left you. You don't really think what's your part, what's your fault. And then I did a lot of soul searching, you know, instead of just blaming one way. Obviously other people may have faults, that's true, but you have to realize you cannot be so overwhelmed like with emotion that I am the only one who's guilty, maybe I'm a curse in the world. You cannot think like that negative. You cannot also think like all the people are your enemies, right? Sometimes I do think that way because I meet a lot of these people, but normally people who approach me with certain agenda, you know, like they want to get something out of me, or they want to use me, or they want to get information out of me, that time I don't appreciate. I like to go to people who I respect, I like to, or I enjoy their company. I like to go to people, you know, I purposely make my life in such a way I don't have to respond to anybody. I don't like my bosses and stuff. Like I don't want to be having any boss, okay? So you know, whatever my limited things that I do, if you watch this, you know, I'll tell you, I go through a lot of heartache. You know, the pain is always real. When you feel pain, you know, it's like pain is same for everybody. It can be just different form. Someone may have lost a parent, someone lost a life partner, someone lost a dog, you know. The pain is always same, you know, pain hurts, right? Pain sucks, pain is blue. So I think is most important thing is two things. One thing is be honest about it, that totally accept it, that yes, you are in a bad place, you are hurting. Let yourself soak into that hurt, okay? This is what I learned. This is how I recover. I think I'm very strong in that way. I let myself be in that pain. Sometimes I listen to sad songs, like tears roll down. I do. I admit it openly. You know, I'm very proud of these things. And then I make slowly that, you know, one day at a time, second day, okay, I don't want to feel like working, still fine, no problem. Take it easy. Don't want to work today, fine, take a day off, okay? Whatever time it takes, naturally, I let myself go through it. No need to scream, no need to overreact, whatever. But second thing important is, stop expecting people to be perfect. People are just people. We do not have to look at people that they are perfection, they're going to take us out of misery, they're going to solve our problems. No, it's only God who can help you. No one else can help you, and you yourself can help you. Sometimes family can help you, but in general, life partners, you know, whatever, if you are too dependent on them and, you know, you make them your world, and you don't do anything, you don't buy nice clothing, you don't do anything for yourself, you just do them, like not do them, you do them, but you know, you do everything for them to make them smile. But one day you don't do anything nice for them and they are just cruel to you. This is another thing which is really disgusting. I find I move away from people moment I detect cruelty. People who are ruthless, who are lacking empathy, and they are burnout inside. Maybe they're good people, maybe they have been mishandled, maybe they have had some bad experiences, maybe they're doing a wrong line of life because someone hurt them, someone broke their trust, and they, you know, people after having few negative, bad experiences, people change. And you cannot blame people. We are too harsh on people, like, oh, you find someone guilty and then, you know, the person who just hurt someone, you know, just, oh, that guy is a criminal. we don't listen to others, we don't give them time to defend themselves. So sometimes it's just very important that men okay, so very important not to judge someone so much, because people also have their stories and they have their pain, and maybe they have a reason to do something, a crime or something like that. So personal feelings is that if you don't want to give a chance to people, and if you don't know someone, avoid being commentating and stuff. It will harm you in the long process. You will harm yourself. You don't realize. When you become too hateful, one day you'll see that you are just so hateful. You cannot enjoy anything. You listen to baby, you feel like the baby is annoying. You listen to music, it will get you angered, like angry. If you see a couple fight and they split up, ha ha ha, you just enjoy with the popcorn or a bag of chips, very, very, a lot of people, they enjoy other people's misery. I know this, our community, Bangladesh, I've seen a lot of people, they just, when you fall, yesterday I was just walking and then, I cannot see so well at dark. I was carrying heavy bags and I just kind of stumble upon a bump on the road, and the girl was like, there's a girl, she's like, hee hee hee. And I looked at her, I'm like, what a I just called her that. I'm like, just realized these are kids, they don't know better. So when they grow old, maybe they will fall one day and they'll get hurt. Then they'll see it's not funny, right? So maybe we can just learn one thing or two, better not be happy or wishing for other people's downfall, because in the background, that karma might come back and bite you. Maybe that person will not fall, you will be falling, right? So what I would suggest, be honest about your pain, heartache, whatever. Maybe you don't have a sunny day up today, sunny side up. Today they are having a good time, okay? They just ignoring you, the whole bunch of your friends, they left for holidays, they didn't let you know. Maybe they're having a good time. But one day, trust me, these people also regret, losing a good friend like you, and an honest person like you, wonderful person like you. And you don't have to go and tell them you missed out on a great person. Time will tell them. And some people you don't need some people. It's a good thing that they walk away, because then you can meet new people, you can meet better people, you can meet someone that you never thought, maybe they're just more interesting, more kind. End of the day, the last thing I think, with all our imperfections, let's we're all imperfect and everything, but end of the day, if we're kind to people, that's the only thing, it will remain constant and real. I keep looking because I don't like people staring at my face. The workers, they just walking that side. It's okay. Even if you're not most intelligent, if you're not the best, smartest guy, but let's say if you have kindness, you give some people more than a chance, few chances, maybe they have messed up, effed up, but you give them a little bit more chance. You just have a little bit anger issue, but they come back, okay, fine, never mind, let's try again. These things will actually make a huge change and revolution. It will have a revolution actually. People realize, oh, from your kindness, maybe I'm being too harsh, maybe I should say sorry. A lot of people nowadays cannot say sorry because they're too proud, the ego is so high, they hold so many good intentions, maybe they love someone still, but they will not admit it. They'll just slowly die inside and let it die. This is a very wrong process, in my humble opinion. If you do feel something about someone, if you just feel okay, I'm just angry, I'm just mad at you, but I don't hate you, go and say it. Maybe things will work out for better. It's no point living with heartache. So the last story I'll say, I broken up with not broken up, I said I'm not going to talk to you anymore, the girl, last girl I was saying. And because I saw that we don't feel the same way and we are not the same spot anymore, I fell for her. Okay, this is what I do, and I don't know how it feels. I don't control myself. I don't think at first I thought, oh, I'm gonna control everything, I'm gonna be so cool, my friends, gonna keep mystery. But I really like that girl a lot, and I'm okay, dumb, so. And then I started really, really caring for her, everything. But you have to self-care as well. So when you see that she is with friends with a lot of other guys and she's just keeping things open, and she just said it in open, right? I don't want to be in committed relationships. I let her go because I will be dying inside a little bit. Guys, we are guys. We don't like our favorite woman be touched by other men and stuff, or some other things that are a little bit disturbing. With all due respect, I don't hold any grudges against her because she gave me lots and lots of nice moments. I met her up and we spent time having a laughter, joking, hating the same people, but we do toxicity together as well, but it's a good thing that you don't have to pretend. Don't pretend. If you're not okay with certain things, don't pretend. Maybe it's better you tell them it's bothering me. Maybe it's better that before I say anything wrong to you, I just walk away, with full respect. So you hold those memories, nice memories, as a precious box. So I'll keep those things in mind. So yes, if you care for someone, do care, and be honest and be kind. Kindness is the best thing. If you're mean, let's say you're sick, and someone hates haha reaction, or they just enjoying your sickness because oh you didn't say yes to them, those people never loved you, cared for you, they never ever thought anything nice of you. They just here because you treated them nicely. So it's a give and take, right? Sometimes we need people who just can give, and then one day we can learn, okay, instead of just taking all the time, let me be a little bit nice, reciprocate, and try to be nice. Whatever you feel like doing for them. Maybe you want to go see them, maybe you want to buy them lunch, maybe you want to tell them some nice things about them. Whatever form it is, less selfishness, it will be good. Because even the worst people, I keep saying, bad people don't want to be with bad people. If a thief or a corrupt person, they want a good person because they know another corrupt person, if they marry or be with or friends, they're gonna harm them, right? So you don't want that. So in the end of the day, always good things win, and this is what I believe in, good stuff. I try to be positive despite all my weaknesses, a lot of angers and a lot of bad sides that I have. I'm trying to be positive with or without people, it doesn't matter. But whatever you do, stay honest. My work is my honest place. I love this work thing more than anything, and this is why I can do videos every day without getting tired. 10 years, man, it's not easy, right? So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your positive vibes, and those who are happy people, I pray for you. Happy holidays. Upcoming days, New Year is coming, so stay healthy, stay happy, and stay positive. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.